Good morning. We're back with session 3 of Atelier Firis. Last time we managed to get our first letter to get our right to become a, alchemist master or whatever it was. To pass the alchemy exam. Our first letter of recommendation. We've got 2 more to get. We've got a bit of goddamn travelling to do first, but we'll get there. Off screen I did a teeny tiny bit of crafting. I'm being very cautious of what I do off screen because I know ultimately, the time limit. And so just for the sake of making it easier for people to keep on top and keep an eye on what I'm doing and figure out how I'm handling things, I don't want to be doing too much off stream. God, I have so many extra pieces I don't like. I still. Well, I hope I say that, not really been that bad, it's just another day in the life. Let me figure out how the fuck I'm gonna rearrange this, sorry, one sec. There we go. This piece sucks. This piece sucks. I'm just gonna do that. Except the overlap. Nice, all 13. Right, now what on earth is this thing? Because I saw it the other day and I was like, what the hell? Oh, it's for trees. Sure. Still with yet to figure out how we're going to get people to actually join our party. There's nothing to interact with here. There's no calling someone button. That's camera mode. And there's no one else in here, despite the game saying, hey, people will be in here, so fucking who knows. I digress, let's leave. Last time we managed to get our first letter, and I said I wanted to explore a little of the village before we move on. But additionally, our next destination will be Flusheim. I hope it will get our second. I wasn't expecting our first letter to be here. I was saying in the last stream before we even got here, I expected the first one to be here. So I'm thinking the second one will be here. The third could easily be like here-ish, maybe where that little area is on the map. And then we can just beeline straight for this. Maybe there's actually like 8 or 9 villages that all have one, and it's just you only need to get 3 and then get to Reisenberg to do it. Which, if that's the case, I'd actually honestly prefer that. Gives you more freedom to choose. Like, if this, especially for speedrunners, if this objective, for example, was like super slow compared to the one that'll be here, you could just skip it and just keep moving to here to try and get it done quicker. You know? Or maybe there's like a detour, like maybe this will spark it down, and like down here will be like another little village or something that has something else that's a bit quicker. Anyway, I want to do some looking around. You see there's some corners of the map we didn't really check out. Oh, the bad weather affects the map. That's fantastic. Of course, I'm being sarcastic, but still. If all this water everywhere, I wish I could zoom in this map because I could see a bit better. It makes me think that at some point we're going to get water traversal. At least I hope we do. Yeah, I mentioned it last stream, but it's genuinely like probably my biggest point of criticism so far. I don't like the way they handle the map in this game. You can't zoom in on anything. It's only in like your general vicinity it explores. It feels like you're constantly fighting for details. Like there's a landmark here we clearly just missed. Ooh. You know, like, it's just there's a lot of little things that aren't quite the way they should be to me. Let's try this thing since we made it anyway. I don't think it really made much of a difference. Oh, let's see if we even have... I don't even... Do we have... that? We don't, so we can't even do that quest. Let's just take that off. Reward easy haymaking method. It would be wise to do it. Actually, we just hit a landmark. Where the fuck am I going? Oh, it's over here. Sorry. Let's see if we can buy a couple from the shop. Not that we have enough. Okay, that objective can wait. As I plan to head south. So I think our exit's going to be the bottom left, bottom right, sorry, corner, the southeast. Is that a travelling merchant I see on the mini-map? Looks like it. Hey! 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 Stop! You can just buy a no-dog, that'd be kind of cool. Wait, what's right down here then? See, this is what I mean by I think there'll be water travel, because there's clearly more shit over there. Hey Toast, I'm good. Hope you're doing well. Playing more Atelier Firis, the middle game of the Mysterious Trilogy, and the only one where the whole game's on a time limit, terrifyingly. I say that, we're doing okay on the time limit. Our main objective is to get 3 letters of recommendation and then get to the big city in the corner of the map. And we've already got 1, and of the whole year we've still got 322 days left. So, for now, I'm relatively confident we'll be okay. Can we get this out the way? Oh my god, that only did that much? Come on. This is even assuming this is the right way to go. Why don't I just use a normal bomb instead of the mining bomb? Oh, it still does about the same. I think you just get better resources for the mining bomb. Alright, let's see what's over here. Debating if I should get Cyberpunk. Sign that an anime's good is when the game tied to it fucking powers up. You know? I need to watch the anime. I've heard really, really good things about it, and it's like a Studio Trigger, so I know it'll probably be a blast. Playable now. It's received a lot of updates, enough that they're no longer making patchwork a top priority and instead working on DLC. So that at least tells me it's, you know, stable. As much as I have my qualms with CD Projekt Red, mostly for how they treat their employees, if something's wrong, they do make sure to try and deal with what's wrong first, and then worry about the extra content later. So if they're working on DLC now, that tells me the game's probably fine in terms of quality of life. I'm still not that interested. I think if I am going to get it, I'll wait until everything's out, like, you know, all the DLCs, when there's inevitably a special edition or like all content included edition of the game. And then maybe I'll dabble into it. But at the same time, I'm one of those weirdos actually didn't really enjoy Witcher 3. I know I appreciate it was really good, and I appreciate what it did was extra special, but I just got so bored running around after a while. Like hunting down each quest and objective, seeing what it would bring to and whatnot. I just got so worn out. Make anything new. We need to somehow get a hold of Suspicious Liquid. How is it in Atelier Sophie? We had way too goddamn much at all times, yet in this I can't find any. Because we need it for an acid cloud as well. We've got cloth, we need leather. I'm probably watching The Walking Dead, which every now and then, whenever it would pop up. The final season's coming up, so that's been fun. Final season? I thought Walking Dead already finished, or is this like the follow-up? Or am I thinking of something completely different? Or did it have a follow-up show and that's what's getting its final season? Or is it actually still, you know, a OG Walking Dead show that's getting its last season? Because I genuinely thought that was over. I thought that ended a few years ago. To do. It's the OG show. Oh, well, that's genuinely really surprising because I haven't heard much on it for years, so I just assumed it finished. Maybe it just isn't in like my circle as much anymore. Always a chance. Because the last time I remember the show being brought up, honestly, was when Negan crossed over into Tekken 7. Oh, you came up with a new recipe. What did you come up with? Oh, you came up with a new recipe idea. Not quite the same, madam. For a second, I thought we had something new to make. No, you just came up with a new idea, so we have to actually develop it. Okay, 2 more blue puny for that little inspiration quest. Oh, and if you're wondering at all why I have like an Alice in Wonderland costume on Firis, it's because it has a special property. There's a bunch of alternate costumes and most of them have special properties, and this costume makes the progression of time slower. So the time limit becomes far more generous in that sense. I mean, from what I've been told, it's already pretty generous, and I can kind of tell. But just then there's even less of a stress, so I can be even more relaxed about it. I'm wearing the costume that literally slows down time. Time because it's filmed in my hometown, Georgia, lol. That's pretty sick. That's really cool, actually. I can think of very few shows that are filmed in my hometown of Hastings, UK. They do exist because, you know, Hastings has some historical value, but not many. Or my mother will find a book and be like, oh, this book's written about someone and it's like based in Hastings, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I'll read it and it's like the most boring wives' tale book I've ever read in my life. But that's sick, dude. That's really cool. It's almost like a, especially because of how much of a juggernaut Walking Dead is as a franchise. To be able to be like, hey, yeah, my hometown's involved in that. I mean, you know, that's almost like you got to be a little ego about it. You got to be. You got to be like, yeah, this is my fucking home, bitch. Right, how are we getting out this area to actually start heading towards Flusheim? I'm never gonna remember that name. So over here. I'm gonna imagine so. Traveller's Grove, or we can check the map once we touch base. Or view a cutscene. Hey, it looks like our surroundings are changing again. I wonder what kind of sights we'll see next. I'd be able to point out and recognize the locations they're walking past and scavenging and whatnot. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's really cool. Oh, this isn't good. I can't believe I messed up. Oh, this is the rival character again, isn't it? Wait, could that be... Excuse me? Huh? Oh, you're the alchemist girl I saw back in Merchant. It reminds me, I haven't introduced myself. My name is... Emira? Emeria? Elmeria von Lineweaver. Greatest alchemy genius of our day. Fucking God knows how to pronounce that. Okay, I'm glad that they understand that it's a weird name. If Firis bit her tongue immediately. I bit my tongue. If it's hard to pronounce, just call me... Just call me L. No, they actually call her ill. I know. Oh, if only they knew how that would come across in the localization. Okay, I got it. It's nice to meet you, Il. Anyway, I guess it's my turn. My name's Firis, and this is my big sister, Leonie. Because it's not Leanne, even though I swear to God I'd pronounce it Leanne. It's Leonie, apparently. And she just gives a little wave. Firis and Leanne. Yep, it's nice to meet you too. So what are you doing here, Il? I'm kind of stranded. I hit a monster and my star snapped. I used up all the bombs I brought too. It'd be fine if I could synthesize more, but this is the middle of a forest, so I can't. That's why I was at a loss about what to do. I see. Let me borrow my atelier? Is it okay? Is your atelier nearby, Firis? Not quite, just hold on a minute. I'll put it up right now. Put it up? This was really helpful. I didn't realize there were portable ateliers. I'm noticing I'm getting dropped frames on the stream. I'll pay attention and see how that goes, but I'm noticing a few dropped frames here and there. We all need to help. We all need to help others in need. You're really good at alchemy, El. You fixed your stuff before I knew it, and you've already made other items. That's what I told you earlier. I'm a super amazing genius alchemist. That's right. Yep, anyway, I should get going soon. Oh wait, before that, here, take this. Well, thanks for lending me your atelier. I just made it, so do whatever you want with it. You really okay? Aw, thanks. Oh, did you sign up for the SF6 closed beta test? It's a loss for you, unfortunately. There's no guarantee you'll access it, but it's exciting either way. I have signed up, but I signed up late, so I'm probably less likely to get it. Because I didn't watch the Capcom event live. I caught it the following morning, and so I was like, oh shit, I should have got on that. Because, you know, UK timing and whatnot. So hopefully I'll get it, but at the same time, if I don't, I'm like, well, I did hop in late, so it's kind of my own fault to an extent. I didn't get on it frame 1 like I should have. It's not like with the Guilty Gear beta. When that was announced, I was on it like literally the first second, because I was watching it live when it was announced. And I just to get it at the time. So I'd love to get Street Fighter 6 closed beta test, because I honestly don't mind waiting for the full release, because I'm not going to jump online immediately anyway. My first priority, honestly, so I want to try out that World Tour mode. It reminds me so much of Def Jam. And I'm like, that... Yes, please. You know, I just think that would just be a lot of dumb fun. Good luck either way. Hopefully we both get it. I can roll with you. With my Day Zero homeless Ken. But we've actually got the official backstory of Ken now, haven't we? It's not that he it's not that she took the kids, Ryu, that we thought it was. It was that he's like being framed for like a criminal conspiracy, and to protect his family had to abandon the master's name and go into hiding. So it's like it's not what all the memes thought it was. I did like that the official Street Fighter Twitter, after Ken was officially announced, put a tweet up. I don't know if you saw it, and the tweet just said, "We have seen the Ken memes." I was just like, uh oh, everyone run, scatter. Funny because he's still homeless. Yep, they were partially right, but whoever that leaker was clearly had a very active imagination. Anyway, bye bye. Ill, huh? I hope I can see her again. Welcome to the opening cinematic. You two end up like enemies. You got a free mining bomb. Okay, how good is it? Watch it be where is it? I don't think she gave me a mining bomb at all. I think she gave me a fucking dud. Because these are my mining bombs and they don't auto-equip. I think she gave us a dud. Anyway, where are we on the world? Oh! Okay. No longer a linear path. I think our next letter will probably be here, but there's a reason why the path splits. Let's see how this goes. Oh, an egg. The enemies have yet to really upgrade. You know, usually like once you do the first major objective, you get a bit of a basic upgrade in the enemies, but it's still like the same batch. But I'm also firmly come to understand that unlike Sophie, this game is far less combat focused. They want you to do quests and help people out more as a priority, and make crafting and whatnot. City streets, more ferocious monsters come. Oh hey, there is a new enemy over there though. Looks like a bloody Pokemon, but sure. A Dryad. Let's throw a bomb at it, see how it likes this. Yeah, she looks like a Rosaria. Oh my god. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. That's our guardian. That's our guardian. Ow, 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 ow. I had to speak out loud, didn't I? And rock crawlers earn. I need to find a cap to get people resting soon. Because she's our defender, because you know, another part of this game is that Firis can't really fight. She's very vulnerable and weak, which is why despite being a main character, is always on the back row. Your teammates are your bodyguards, basically. Oh, and of course the weather changes, so now I can't even see my mini-map as well, to try and find a camp. I'm quite disappointed that along with the Ken, Blanca, Honda, and Dance trailer, they shortly dropped the full roster trailer. Yeah, but I think they kind of had to. You know? I don't think there was much choice in the matter, considering, the leak. I think it was either keep on trying to keep up this guessing game of, who's going to be in it, when everyone already kind of knows, and risk extra disappointment because that leak also included DLC characters, and so and so if they just reach the end and just went, oh, by the way, we're at 18 characters, that's it, people go, where's the other 4? Not realizing they were planned DLC characters. And so the way they decide to handle it instead just allows them to basically handle the disappointment now, and it not really, well, hopefully not really affect the game's launch. I can guarantee you if that leak didn't happen, they wouldn't have announced the cast there. They would have done what Guilty Gear Strive did and kept you guessing what the characters are going to be up until like 2 months before launch. Noticing a real lack of camps. I digress. What's up here? New redhead dude looks like a grappler and really cool. Probably my day 1 main. Yeah, like I think as someone who didn't play that much Street Fighter as a kid, like I've said before, I'm no. What's this quest? Oh, he's lost his kid, and you're just. Like I've never been that much of a Street Fighter person, but I've been waiting for like the invitation game, like the game that's like, oh, this is the one I want to hop in with and see what it's all about, and that is SF6 for me. I'm really excited for 6. In the same vein that it'll be the same with Tekken 8. Oh, what's your quest? Oh, kill 6 Dryads. Even though Tekken 8 will be way off, like, Maximilian dude made a theory that even though it's been announced now, it probably won't be out till 2024. And that State of Play trailer that just said stay tuned at the end kind of made me think he was probably right. I need to find a camp. This is why I'm ignoring the enemies. I need a camp of some kind so I can get restocked. Oh, here we go. Can grown accustomed to traveling, Firis can now equip more items. Oh, 15 items, baby. Oh, there's the bombs that she gave us. So we had to return to camp to pick them up. Got it. Okay. Sure, I'll just equip everything then for now. Oh, we need a Hakuri Stone. We haven't picked up any Hakuri Stone. I'm going to take him personally. The third dimension was always a turn up, but Tech 8 looks sick as fuck and will probably be my first proper attempt getting to the series. Yeah, we're in a similar boat. I've played a lot of Tekkens, but never, like, properly. Like, Tekken 3 was in the arcade when I was a kid. I played a bit of Tag Tournament 2. And I played, and I only played Tekken 7 because Noctis was added. But I really struggle with the extra dimension. It's the same reason why I never really got into Virtua Fighter. Which is a shame because Virtua Fighter is extremely influential, especially on Tekken. But I want to give it a shot. I want to jump in. I know the story of Tekken. There's a great lore video that came out about a month ago that almost got into 7 after Geese was added. Yeah, it makes sense. There's a great lore video that a YouTuber by the name of Clement made. I've been subscribed to him for years, but he made a really fucking fantastic lore video on Tekken. And the story and world of Tekken is genuinely crazy. In the best kind of way. Like, it just kind of does what it wants a lot of the time, and I'm just like, that's how it should be. It just does what it goes off the rails and does what it wants, and yet still kind of impresses and amazes. Nice. Bit of HP and MP recovery. Wonder how long we have to wait before we start getting group heals. The atelier my teacher gave me. It's a little empty. I want to decorate it with cute dolls or something. You want to talk about crazy fighting game lore? Massive Guilty Gear lore head. Yeah, I know the GG lore. It's been a while since I've revised it, so there's probably a few details I get wrong, but I know the lore. I remember when Strive was about to come out, I went back through, like, everything. That's what I'm saying, but it's also, you know, been since Strive that I really looked into it, so there's probably a few details I've forgotten or misremember. But yeah, the GG lore is insane. Second Law also has Heihachi throwing his son off a cliff and then choosing to find a random bear in the woods and raise it to be a fighter just to kind of dunk on his son, so... I think every game has its own crazy shit in the fighting games world. I should take action without overthinking. I'll ask Leah to help me redecorate. Actually, decorate your home. That's kind of cute. You couldn't do that in Atelier Sophie. So she won't bother. Atelier making screen. Cauldron bed, desk and container are already placed and cannot be removed. You're free to place objects in the remaining spaces. Some objects effects have placed will aid Firis on her journey. Objects can be obtained through various means, so search various places. For detailed explanation on Atelier, please check help. Duke said if you were unfamiliar, is that the main character's wife has died bare minimum 3 times. I mean, yeah. And then the reincarnation of the wife that is kind of no longer connected to the wife and is entirely her own person got full permission from the wife to tap that ass, and so Jacko is with Sol. Can I just put... hang on. Is the game implying I can just put random food stuff? Okay, no, it's just the puny jelly. Yeah! What the... And I got a trophy for that. Up into my atelier. Alright, all refresh, and I'll manual save as well. Hey, how's Firis going? Oh, whoops, I just accidentally pressed no and trying to save that well. I'm doing good, man. How long have I been streaming? About half an hour? Yeah. We just left the village, and I got slightly overwhelmed at how many directions we can go, but now we're currently doing quests in this quiet forest. Yeah, up here. And doing a bit of exploring. And we got rinsed by an enemy, so I had to leave for a minute. And we've just been talking fighting games, whilst, I've figured shit out and where I want to be. So this is kill 6 dryads, and this is help the old man find his son. How much range does the craft have? It resists it anyway, so I'd rather not. I think that just barely won't reach the other one. Oh, I fucking rinsed it though. Rumour has it Luke Skywalker will join Fortnite soon, which is just... To be honest, I'm not surprised if anyone joins Fortnite. After they somehow paid the presumable extortion to get Dragon Ball characters into it, I am no longer surprised. You know? I'm still not gonna get it. I still have no interest. Alright, that was 3 dryads. Bonk. What the? Forest jellyfish? Oh, I need to get better range. Soon to be exclusive. Oh my god, join Fortnite. Yeah, I'm in Fortnite next. I'm trying to think what they would have to add to Fortnite to convince me to give it a shot. Goku, Spider-Gwen, Luke Skywalker in video games span of 2 months, just funny and it's ridiculous. Absolutely. Can't wait for Nintendo characters to start showing up. Can you, like, stop trying to kill my only defense, please? Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, okay, she can't die when she's defending. And of course it was... Ow! Also, I think it would be... Come on, give me... Okay, that's good. And they're close by, so the bomb I was given might actually catch them all. Well, just barely out of range on the one on the right, but this still will help. Reach the alternate media for me to even come up with one. Apparently Samus was supposed to join a few years ago, but Nintendo disagreed after hearing she couldn't be console exclusive. That doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. Because Nintendo are very fussy about their properties leaving anything Nintendo. Like, it took them years to convince them it would be okay to put something on phones. You know? Which I think is a shame, because it's like Microsoft and Sony both have like adopted this mentality that it's okay to release things on PC. Can you imagine if Nintendo games started popping up on PC? And people could actually run them in good quality? Like, Grand Al 4 from the real-time series would appear and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I mean, like, how much bigger can you go? They've got Star Wars, they've got Dragon Ball, they've got, you know, all these things. Like, when does it reach a point where it's no longer, like, it's no longer too small or too big, you know? Like, when is it just Fortnite is everything? Even if I don't like the game and don't care for it personally, I can respect the severity of the accomplishment that they've got that many fucking things crossed over into it now, you know? The end of Nintendo? I don't know if I agree with that. Because they'd still sell, I said the Switch deck, and the Steam Deck exists, but I thought they'd still... Nintendo has too much of a die-hard and concentrated following that I can almost guarantee those consoles would sell anyway. And there'd be people that'd be like really stuck up about it and refuse to buy it on PC and only get it on Nintendo hardware. I can almost completely guarantee it. If you run Nintendo games on PC, why run them on Switch? I think Nintendo would take several hits on profitability. They probably would, but I said they're, especially from what I can see on like Twitter and Reddit sometimes, there are some really fucking dedicated fans. Really fucking dedicated, and I think the consoles would do just fine. Because they would probably make like some kind of exclusivity deal or system deal, or just do what Sony does and make them that they're console exclusive at first and come to PC later. Thought I would have waited till SNK somehow got into Fortnite, but when they added a dripped out Blanca, I figured it was time to check it out. Honestly, it's actually really fun. Yeah, if it's, I know I would probably have fun with it, especially now that you can play it without having to suffer the fucking building and crime and whatnot. It's just, I'm not interested yet, you know? I don't know what character needs to be added to finally put me over the edge, because every time a new character is announced for it, I'm just like, okay. Oh wow, okay, that enemy was thanks to the fur. It would be, as you said, it would be a corporate deal, so they might even end up in the green regardless of sales. Just, I think, I'm not saying Nintendo ever will, because Nintendo are very stubborn. I mean, the moment they found out that Sony was buying Evo, that we almost immediately heard a news report that they were considering their relationship with the competition. Everyone was like, oh fuck, so the moment it's no longer or no longer open, they're suddenly hesitant, so they don't want any. So it's like, until we can break them out of that mindset, nothing's coming to PC. But I'm just saying, I genuinely think, especially if they handle it right, it could be in their best interest. Also, we finally got some leather, so we can make that backpack, I think. Where does this link back to? I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly. There's another camp over there, at least. Let's see if we can make that backpack quick. I like how that Atelier is like down the slope in the water. Smash already leaving Evo. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of umming, ahhing, and fighting to even get it on, so it was kind of like, of course, the moment Sony brought it, Nintendo just got their free ticket to completely remove it. And it would also be a licensing nightmare, and it was also awkward for the Evo reps. I don't know if have you ever seen like some of the info on it, but Nintendo never gave them like a convenient method to get Smash games on. They wouldn't supply the copies. They'd have to get their own. If it was like Smash Ultimate, they'd have to manually buy both the season passes, get all the characters downloaded, and then unlock every in-game character super quick, just to get it ready for the tournament. Like, Nintendo never gave them like a complete save or something like that, or a built for competition thing or anything like that. They never did it, so it was even more awkward. Visual Golden Eye is coming to Switch Online. That's badass. It's also coming to Xbox, but not online. You have to play only play the Nintendo version for online, which I think is really ironic considering Nintendo has the worst online service. But what are you gonna do? There's maybe 2 or 3 franchises I'd buy the console for: Advance Wars, Mario Party, and Golden Sun. Maybe Phoenix Wright, if they can emulate it from Switch. Yeah, it's fair. Insane Toast, yeah. And the thing is, I am still umming and ahhing getting a Switch. I don't own my own, so I don't know if I'm losing frames or not. My internet's been real funky today, so I don't know if I'm losing frames or what. I'm going to swap to data so I can watch my stream. Hopefully a little easier. You dropped a few. Yeah, I have a feeling. But yeah, on the Xbox, you are getting it for free, which I suppose is a good enough trade-off for not getting online. My biggest dread is that if GoldenEye 64 is getting online play on the Switch, they need to fucking ban Oddjob. They need to ban Oddjob. There's no discussion in the matter. They need to ban that prick. As soon as we didn't progress much, still in the same spot. Yep. Oh, Firis. Because I'm not. You can't put that on a whole new generation of kids. This character whose default aim, everyone else's default aim goes over his goddamn head. You can't do that to people. Oh, Elle, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. I saw you at Atelier, so I decided to pay a visit. Perfect timing. I just finished making snacks. Would you care to join us? Oh, I'd love some. That was good. Really good. I'm glad. Hey, Firis, you have crumbs around your mouth. It's fine, I can wipe it myself. I was watching. I've been thinking about this for a while, but you two are sisters, right? By the way, I only got poker left and Haruka's request of 100% of all activities. And it's leisure mode and woot woot. Jeez. Yeah, you're really grinding out fucking Yakuza. You're really... Oh no, you'll need to suffer like everyone else did? Ah, I see, Toast, you're one of those. I fucking hated that as a kid. My big brother would play Oddjob, and I'd just be like, I want to play James Bond. He goes, he's to me, and I'd get fucking dunked on. And I was like, why can't I shoot him? It's like, you have to manual aim down. So it takes you like half a second, and it's just that half a second is all it took for you to get rinsed. Especially if he was doing playing Gold Gun. If he was doing a Golden Gun, you just know. Whoever picked Oddjob won. You know, it's for a while, but you two are sisters, right? Especially because, I, even as a kid, could not adjust to the N64 controller. So I was like constantly like staring at the controller like, how the hell do I work this fucking boomerang? Like... Whose hat was in this to kill? Yeah. There is a name, Jimmy, best girl. Oh yeah, I forgot you like this character. That's right, why? Well, I was just thinking that you're complete opposites in a lot of ways. Liani is a reliable person, but you seem kind of scatterbrained, Firis. Scatterbrained? And I do trophy hunt as well, but within reason. If it's a game where the trophies look doable, I'll go for it. If I look at it and be like, fuck that, it doesn't matter how much I love the game, it's not happening. Leonie's tall and slender, but you're sort of stumpy. Stumpy? To me, she does the whole talk a big game to overcompensate. yeah. She's like, I'm the greatest atelier in all the world. I'm like, okay, sure, prove it. Alchemist even. Also, stop! No more! You're hurting me! Oh, I'll leave it at that. I'm still growing. I'll eat along, go taller. That's the spirit. Fight on, Firis. Well, I guess they're both kind of airheaded. My friend she gets comfortable with people. Yeah. Why did we start facing this way? I was looking for my cauldron. I was like, where the... where is it? Backpack. Oh, I only just barely got enough room for the record, but... Do those things when they struggle with interpersonal dynamics, but when they develop healthy relationships, start to be less rigid. I mean, yeah, I'm the epitome of that. When I first started work, got my own job. I got my own job. You know what I mean? At 18, I was the most rugged, most impossible to talk to person in the planet because I was like, I don't do people, and now I'm in a place where I need to be able to handle people, and it just really threw me off my drive. But once you adjust and get used to people, there's still some stuff I don't do, but... Oh yeah, you take care, dude, Toast. Always good to hear from you. Thanks, we relate, yeah. But I was like, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I'm really awkward with people. It's easy when it's on... Like, it might sound backwards, because I know some people really struggle to just talk to no one so loudly like I do. But I generally find it easier streaming because I don't have, you know, people in the room with me staring at me. You know? You're not all like right there, like looking. I can just, you know, just, do what I want to. And if people aren't interested, and like, or people don't find it like in that thing, or they've got stuff to do, they don't have to like awkwardly excuse themselves from the room. They can just, you know, they can just leave. You know. So it takes a lot of stress off for me, at least. Oh, I think I just screwed over this one. Yeah. Let's see if I can put something else on that spot. Like a two-piece. I think that will fit better. Not that it matters. Yeah, more for people socially. Yeah, and there's nothing really wrong with that, I think. Sometimes things are just the way they are. Especially in today's world, a lot of people have their comfort zone with their friends, and some of those friends you might have even made online. You know? Like, I have a friend that I sometimes play Genshin with, and I've only ever known them through Genshin. You know, I've never met them in person. I've never, like, spoke to them outside of the game. It's just sometimes when I hop on, they're like, hey, do you want to hop in the world? I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. It's very wrong. Oh, Alright, we got our backpack. Door of the Explorer is more better to go. It's... I don't know that word. I mean, I get what you mean, but I don't know that word. Sorry. No, that's alright. It's always... I should, considering I'm a writer. But I know, that one's a new one to me. Words, I think people don't. Yeah, no, it's the same with me. I sometimes say shit and like people are looking like, what the hell alien language are you speaking? And I'm like, no, oh, right, sorry. Wait, where the hell is this? Firstly, where's this lost kid? I want to clear out this area a little. Oh, this is a dead end as well. Ah. Oh, I haven't actually fought you yet. The music tells me I'm going to regret it. Yep, I think that was a wise decision for me to just leave that fight. Related to the word, that's what it means. It's counterproductive for someone like me who's into political business is to be antisocial. Oh, okay. Well, this is a cave here, so we've got something to check out. I won't spend too long in this area, because it feels like it is just here for loot and get moving. And even if we've got a lot of time to play with, you know, can't help my nature when it comes to time limits. I'm still slightly, want to keep moving. That wasn't even enough to break the fucking thing. Oh my god. There we go. This music sounds like it came straight out of Final Fantasy 9. As soon as I heard it, I was like, I'm getting like huge FF9 for like deja vu. Like it feels like I'm literally sitting on the title screen for Final Fantasy 9. Is there anything interesting in this cave? Because so far it's just... Oh, here we go. Oh, what? I picked up like an evil demon blood sword. I did make a new armor set. The Berserk Blade. Going for folksy style setting this time around when it comes to music. Yeah, I mean, I kind of got that. Like, even though Firis was like her like village of origin is kind of out there, but you know, like entirely underground, can't go outside kind of environment. She really does strike me as like a traditional like village, like almost valley girl, even more so than Sophie. And Sophie was already super villagey. Which will be interesting then when I get to the next game in the trilogy, because from the screenshots I've seen, it's a little different in places. Do the obligatory checks, anything I knew I can make. I think that's what I'm going to do, instead of like diving constantly at like, oh, we can make this, we can make that. I just need to do like a basic scroll through every time we get here, and if there's something new we can happen to make, then I'll just jump on it. I just realized the size and shape of this. Oh my god. Setting diversity. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, I suppose when it's a, you know, big and long-lasting franchise like this, you almost kind of have to do that kind of setting diversity, don't you? Because otherwise, like, you know, it would really start to run out its welcome and not be as interesting. So these two that quote-unquote joined our party need to actually join our party soon. Oh, you're back. Firis, I came to visit. Yeah, no, we changed setting for Ryza. Yeah, true. But that's because, like, with Ryza, well, especially now it's a trilogy, I think it's the whole point of it is that it's tried to be more of a constant. It's just a visual and cultural difference in theming. Yeah. Like, they wanted to try and make it a new introduction point, so instead of changing things as much, they tried to make it almost like reflect what they felt was the best of the old, whilst in new context with a new story. How successful they were, I think it's probably up to everyone individually, and like I said, I can't wait to get to them, to just kind of see how I compare them now I have more experience of the franchise under my belt, especially when I get to that point, so I have 4 games under my belt. Well, Camille, what do you want to do? Well, let's see. What drew me into the mysterious series? It's fair enough. I've been curious about this. Why are you on a journey? Huh? It's to go take the exam. I know that already. I want to know why you want to take the exam. Well, so I can stay outside for as long as I want? What? Until now, I've never left my town, not even once since the day I was born. Not even once? Yup, but lots of things happened, and I was finally able to come outside. There's 5 different settings in the trilogy plus Sophie too. Fair. And the thing is, I've got the like the ultimate edition of Sophie 2, so we'll do like the Plushtoe expansion DLC or whatever it is as well. Which, from what I've seen in the screenshots of that, is also kind of wild and different. I'm like, okay. I was unable to come outside. But if I fail the exam, I have to go back to my town. That's why I need to pass. You've always got a perky air about you, but it sounds like you've got some heavy burdens. Really? She doesn't even realize it. This girl really is an airhead. Anyway, why are you going to take the exam, El? So it's because Sophie 2 also has 2 settings, like Line Swell. Line Swell has 2 oh, Jesus Christ. Well, actually, it makes sense because it's all about mysterious painting, so I gathered it'd be like real world and painted world sort of thing. But I'll get to that when we get to that. We're still in Firis. Even if this game might be shorter than Sophie, we're still not in that game yet, so this... Me? I want to be recognized. Recognized? By who? Oh, right, I just remembered there's something to do. Sorry, bye-bye. I do like her design. She left. Maybe that was something I shouldn't have asked. Sword. New bow, that would be nice. Oh, I say that. I don't need to worry about these for a while, because look at the idea points, and look how many I've got. Because I think that's how that works. Make a plant for the room. I need some Hakuri stone so I can make some ice bombs. I'm going to be honest, I kind of miss the recipe book in Sophie. Because it was a little bit more organized than this. I mean, you got this, but it's not the same. Yep, there's a little hint of what makes Maria great. Yeah, I like her design a lot. Her design looks cool. Actually, our manual savings has been a little. I'm only going to stay in this area for so much longer because I'm still, like I said, really conscious of my day limit. Even if I've got lots of time to mess with. That'll pay off in time. Say that Firis was the weakest in trilogy for a reason. Yeah, like, I like the open nature of it. I like Firis as a character. I like the dynamic with her sister. But the time limit feels more of a hindrance than a help. Because it feels like they could have, you know, made the requests and the exam much bigger and more interesting if it wasn't for the fact they had to be wary that the player's on a time limit. Like, they could have expanded on those ideas more and made, like, much bigger quests out of, like, dungeon runs or, you know, like, unique bosses to encounter and whatnot. But instead, it's just do a bunch of miscellaneous, here you go, get a move on. So it feels less impactful. And, like I said, I don't like the new recipe book. Because it doesn't feel as strong. It's still a fun game. I mean, I always end up saying this when I get critical in the game. I was the same with Danganronpa V3. And I had a lot of fucking problems with V3. Even if it's like a series that I'm really into or whatnot, if there's a game in that series that I end up not enjoying, I won't force myself to stream it. I still enjoy this game. No, yeah, I agree. It's not bad at all. It's weaker, but it's not bad. There is a lot I like about it. There's just also a fair few things that have come up that I'm like, well, they made that choice, okay. You know? And I get them putting the time limit back in because it was such a staple of the series. And so, like, you know, after I nearly said Mysterious Sophie. Like, after the start of the Mysterious trilogy, kind of made a point of moving away from that a little bit. I imagine there were people that were like, oh, I kind of miss it. Or people that felt a little off or indifferent, so they made this to try and almost suit those older fans, to try and suit people that do kind of miss it. It's just by doing so, they almost ended up highlighting why they changed it. because it does feel more restrictive. In not just for the player, for what you can do, but in, you know, the context of the game's world. The designers literally can't make things as expensive as they want to be unless they push that timer back even further. But then if you push it back too far, then it starts to get a bit crazy, because there'll be some people who only do the bare essentials and not do the exploration, and so they'll have an infinite amount of time afterwards. Or just didn't me. 100% games I dislike with the series I like. I begrudge against some Tamsoft games at Tuning, 100% those games as well. Yes, yeah, I can't be like that anymore. I used to. I just can't anymore. I don't. It's my own fault. I just don't have the patience. If I don't like something, even if I'm streaming it, I'll just be like, this isn't for me. Let's move on to something else. The times where I've got close. So Danganronpa V3 really pissed me off in a lot of ways, but I still enjoyed the end experience, and I still enjoyed the journey for the most part. And by the time it got to the point where I genuinely had really huge problems with it, it was the last goddamn chapter of the game, so I was just like, fine, I'll see it through, you know? Like, when you're that close, it's like, fine, I might as well just see it through to the end. Jesus Christ, can you leave my girl alone? As I say that, I'm also once again getting the feeling we shouldn't be here yet. Screw it, let's get out of here. This place is dangerous. What the fuck? Excuse me? What was that enemy placement? Fuck those guys. Survived is insane. Yeah. Where else haven't I been? There's a lost kid around here somewhere, apparently. I've yet to spot any kid. But I'm going to start working my way down back. If I haven't bumped into the kid by the gate, well, the kid's staying lost. He should have known better. Because I want to move on. And there's other areas. There's spots like, coming out of this map I kind of want to check out as well. And before I know. So I've got a while yet. But, you know, I want to at least make it to this town before I even remotely consider wrapping up the stream. Because I'm a huge stickler for making progress. It's part of the reason why I ended up drifting from Knights of Azure 2 for now. The constant crashing made making progress a nightmare, and that was stressing me more than the actual crashing. It made every stream really stressful for me when it had no real reason to be. So eventually I was like, you know what, I'll come back. All the way down south. Yeah, I mean, I can see there's like a cut-off path here. There's a little space up there I missed, but eh. Did I touch that landmark? Yes, I did. Okay. Hey, dude, have you found your kid yet? Oh, that was for that. Oh. Yeah, find the boy in the forest and talk to him. Oh, the kid's staying lost. Either that or we need to come back when we have some kind of boat. Because with the way some of the maps designed. Oh, sorry. What idea did she just come up with? I'll worry about that when I get back.